Morning, happy Tuesday, and thank you for joining me. First of all, if you'd like to ensure that your phone is set to quiet or set off, that would be perfect. And secondly, if you can find yourself somewhere quiet to rest and relax, somewhere where you won't be disturbed by pets and members of the family, unless, of course, you're doing it with some members of the family, that would be ideal. So, for the start of the practice today, I'd like you to be seated. You can sit cross legged with something underneath your bottom just to raise your pelvis a little bit so it's more comfortable. You can sit on a chair with your back rested and supported by the back of the chair, or you can sit forward on the chair on your sitting bones so that your spine is nice and kind of upright, your shoulders are down in the back of the neck long. So ideally I'd like you to be seated for the first part of the practice. So we're going to do a few little things just to start off. And first of all, I'm going to teach you about 3-part breath, which is something that's really nice to actually get into tune and start to focus into your breath. So if you can take your left hand, pop it on your stomach area, and take your right hand and keeping your shoulder down in the back, don't hunch it up, place it just where sort of your waist kind of starts up into your ribs so that you can actually feel your rib cage around your fingers, okay? And keeping that shoulder nice and down, don't hunch them up. Now, what I'd like you to do is when we become stressed or tense, we tend to breathe from this area, from our chest area and our rib cage. We tend to begin there. People can sort of hyperventilate if they start to do that for a long period of time. But what I'd actually like you to do is start to focus on how actually the breath is starting in the lower diaphragm. It's actually beginning here. So if you're aware that as you breathe, you tend to be starting from here, begin to take your awareness to your left hand, okay? And I'd like you to take 3 breaths at this place, breathing in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils, becoming aware of the start of the breath in your stomach, and then as your rib cage kind of opens up as you carry on breathing, and then as you breathe out and exhale, you'll feel the rib cage lowering and sinking, and then you'll feel your tummy afterwards, secondarily, lowering and sinking. So if you can focus and start breathing in and breathing out. And you may well find that, you can't get contact with this breath in your tummy area. But as you continue into round 2, you might begin to feel that you can touch base with that breath, starting there, moving up into your rib cage. And then as you exhale, you feel the rib cage lower, you feel the belly lower. And a third one. And then exhaling. And then I'd like you to keep your right hand by your rib cage, but I'd like you now to move your left hand up to your chest area, and you may have your fingers over your clavicles or just at the base of your throat. So now I'd like you to take 3 breaths, becoming aware of the rise of the tummy, the opening and expansion of the rib cage, and the lowering and the sort of raising of actually your throat and your clavicles and your shoulder area. And then as you breathe out, you'll feel a lowering of these clavicles and your chest area, a lowering of your rib cage, and then you'll feel a sinking of your tummy. So another breath like this. So what this does is it actually enables you to have contact with the areas of the body as you breathe in and as you breathe out, and what's actually going on during the process. And to become aware of how when you're stressed and tense, the breath tends to start higher up, but what you really need is you really want it to start in your lower diaphragm and in your stomach area. So rubbing your hands together, getting them a little bit warm, and then placing them onto your tummy area. Breathe in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. And what I'd like you now to do is to practice a little bit of straw breathing. Straw breathing is a really good way to relax, release, and wind down. And all it entails is breathing in through your nostrils and then breathing out, having a tiny little hole on your lips. Imagine that you're blowing out through a little straw, okay? And it might take you quite a long time to exhale, but that's a good thing. So breathing in through your nostrils and out through your straw. Regulating and slowing down the exhale. And breathing in and out through your straw. And feeling that lowering of the shoulders and the chest and the stomach. And one last time, breathing in through your nostrils and out through your straw. And the more relaxed that you get, the more time it will take to exhale. And you'll be blowing out through that little straw for quite a long time, which is a really good thing. And that's a really nice one to practice when you're feeling a bit tired, when you're feeling a bit run down, or you're a little bit tense. If you become aware that you're tense or a bit stressed, it's a really, really nice one to do. So, for the next part of the practice, you can stay where you are in your chair, or if you would prefer, you can lie down in Shavasana, so that's on your back, with your legs outstretched with a gap between them, your arms outstretched with a gap between your arms and your body, with your palms up to the ceiling, shoulders down, hips relaxed, back of the neck long, chin down. Okay, so it's really up to you how you decide to continue with the next part. If you lie down or if you're sitting, you might like to put a blanket around you just to keep yourself a little bit warm. So taking your attention now to the root or the starting point of your breath, focusing on your stomach area, the lower belly area, gently closing your eyes and tuning in to the rise of this area as you breathe in and the fall as you breathe out. Working into this area and imagining now that you are gently pulling air into your body from this stomach area as you breathe in, and you're forcing or pushing the air out from this area as you release and exhale. And I'd like you to take 2 breaths, thinking and focusing on that movement. Sucking and pulling air in and forcing and pushing it out as you exhale. After these 2 breaths, return your breathing to its natural, more relaxed and steady state. Did you feel your pulse quicken a little bit as you breathed in that way? Do you feel slightly out of breath? Is your breath raggedy? Is it jumpy? Perhaps it's smooth. Notice how that type of focus affects you. And on your next in-breath, I'd like you to gently take your attention to the back of your ears, focusing on this area as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Focusing on the lobes of your ears, tops of the ears, backs of the ears, and as you breathe in, soften these areas. And move from the lobes of the ears down your jawline, into your throat and your neck areas. And as you breathe in and out, soften these areas, becoming aware of any tensions you might be holding here. We often hold tensions in our foreheads, our jaws, our throat areas, and our shoulders. Moving up underneath your chin, coming up to your chin, your lower lip, the top of your lip, corners of your lips. Press your tongue firmly into the roof of your mouth on an in-breath, pressing and pushing And then soften and relax it on your out breath, letting it rest gently behind your bottom teeth. Moving up to the area above your top lip, under your nose, moving up to the tip of your nose, bridge of your nose, to the area between your brows. Soften, release, and relax this area, smoothing your forehead and your brow area. Really relaxing. Relax your eyes, relax your forehead and temple. Smooth any tensions that you might find there. Relax your eyes. And move up from your forehead to your scalp, to the top of your head, the back of your head, and moving down the back of your head and across and down your shoulders. Really taking your focus and working into the muscles and tendons that we find here. As you breathe in, and especially as you breathe out, feel yourself relaxing and releasing these areas. As you breathe out and exhale, you might feel these areas sinking and lowering into the mat or the carpet or the back of the chair that you're seated on. You are now totally rested and relaxed from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Enjoy this feeling of calm that you've created for yourself. Become aware that as you breathe in, you take in energy, restfulness, a sense of deep calm and relaxation. The in-breath is restorative, and as you breathe out, what you exhale is tensions, stresses, any sense of tiredness that you might have. And always remember, you can access this sense of calm at any point you should need it, simply by becoming aware of your breath. Take one last breath at this point, enjoying the sensations that you find here, and focusing on the feeling of relaxation in your body. Pausing even for 5 or 10 minutes during a busy day is a really valuable use of your time and can help you refocus and reset yourself. Now we need to gently awaken you and bring you back to full awareness, but you can take your time. There's no need to rush this in any way. So you could take a deeper and more energized breath through your nostrils, exhaling through your mouth, fully and completely relaxing, letting go. And again, breathing in through your nostrils and exhaling through your mouth, fully and completely. You might want to gently move your fingers, gently wiggle your toes, roll your shoulders forward a few times, roll your shoulders back a few times. Become aware of the sounds inside the room where you are or outside, and opening your eyes and coming back to full awareness. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the practice and have a good Tuesday.